want to try to not sacrifice my career just to have a family. I want to show people that I can do both. I'm Sara Björk Gunnarsdóttir. I'm having a baby in November, and in June I want to play for my country in the Euros. I always saw myself having a kid after my career. I know I'm at the top of my career, but I'm also really happy and grateful that it's happening now. You can see it's a boy?
Yeah, you can see it's a boy.
Yeah. He's just holding his hands in front of his face.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
The timeline, I give birth the 11th of November. I will go back to Lyon the first week in January. My goal is to be in training in March. I wasn't really sure how to train during pregnancy because it's not something people know about. I think many women are maybe expected just to rest the whole pregnancy, but I think when you have been like a professional athlete for 12 years, I have to train. I have no knowledge of what's the best training for a football player being pregnant, how she should train, how much, what's the intensity. So I spoke to some of my former national team players that also had babies and came back, and they recommended Mark Johnson. I've been training with him now for 4 months and he's been amazing. Good morning.
I've worked with a number of national team footballers and also national team handball players coming back from giving birth and before giving birth. So I've done it multiple times. When I started her out, I didn't know where she was. You know, like any client, I don't know exactly where they're going to start. But I started on a little bit more advanced program, kind of for someone who's coming to me, and quickly it developed, you know, really fast.
Obviously, I'm thinking about the Euros. It's in the back of my head. And everything I can control and do, we just have to see if that's enough, you know. And I will be really proud of myself if I can reach that.
If somebody's gonna do it, it's gonna be her, because she's so competitive and focused.
She loves to win, hate to lose.
I know that everything that Sara says she's gonna do, she will do.
I'm just worried she will be back too soon, like putting some statement that you can be back in a month. If somebody could, she would do it. It's gonna be an amazing journey, and I know she will come back 100% stronger than she was before.
I think she will be even a better player. She is physically and mentally strong, and I believe that she will do this.
Best word for her is fierce. She's strong-willed and she's determined.
She was a lot more competitive than me. I'm 2 years older, and I was also a little bit bigger than her, but she never backed down, you know. She just, you know, it went all the way, you know, until it, you know, started to hurt, you know.
It stood out when the parents from other kids were complaining to the coach for me being too aggressive and taking things too serious, and if we were losing, I would scream at everybody. I remember in one tournament, we had one of my best friends, she was in the goal, and we were losing 4-0, and I kicked her out of the goal. She went in the middle of the game, walked out crying.
Yeah, that was me.
I was just so in it, and I couldn't change it. There was something just inside of me that I couldn't change, the fire or how angry I was when I was losing.
But like above all, she's like the best friend you can have. She's the teammate you want through life.
She got the questions much earlier.
Better shape she's in going into giving birth, the faster she can recover, but you don't know. That's the thing, it's all unknown what's going to happen during birth and everything like that, and how her body will recover after birth. It's just, everybody's different.
Your mind can take you like so far, but then I hit a wall physically because I'm just finished and my body's like, no, you can't go further. When did I have the setback?
20 or 21 weeks.
I went to the doctor appointment, he's like, yeah, it's only gonna get worse now. And I was like, 20 weeks, I'm like, I can't stop training now. Because I was walking like this. I couldn't walk. Yeah, it is frustrating because you want to feel fresh and fit all the time, but the reality is you're not, especially when you're pregnant.
Football players, we know our body better than anyone else. We know how to feed it. We know how much we have to run or jump or train or sleep so we can be at our highest level. But when we're pregnant and after we get birth, it changes a little bit. So losing that control, it scares you.
It is scary not to know how your body will react, and nobody can come to you and say, no, your pregnancy is gonna be like this. Yeah. Mine was like that. Maybe you can compare it to that, but you can't. Everybody have their individual pregnancy and their birth and their recovery afterwards. There are women around me that I've seen that can do it, and therefore gives me a lot of inspiration that I can do it too.
I have 3 boys, at 7, 3, and now 5 months old. I was a better player after I was a mom. Going on a practice, I was even more focused because I wanted to use the time away from my child in the most positive way.
I remember at the time when they were having kids and coming back, it was really inspiring to see how they worked around it and how hard they worked to get into shape to come back.
That's why I think it's so important that a player like Sarah is doing it. She's such a role model for all of us and to the soccer nation. She will show everyone that this is possible. Girls are playing soccer in a longer period, up to 35, 6 years old, on the highest level. We want to do both. You don't have to choose. And we're forgetting your heart will explode when you get the child in your hand and you're ready at the moment to sacrifice everything else, even your soccer career, because you have never loved anyone or anything more.
Getting close. Physically, I'm getting more tired. It's hard because I've been so active last month, so now it's just my body saying, okay, stop now, take a rest. I'm ready to get him out and to bring him into the world. My little boy. I just absolutely love him so much. He is so funny. Like, you can see more and more personality and character coming out. I can speak about him forever.
Hi. Hi, Didi.
I gave birth the 16th of November in Iceland, came back to Lyon the 4th of January. When I gave birth to Ragna, I said, it will be interesting to see if my motivation is still there. But then as soon as I just was driving to training, I felt like, okay, let's go. In the beginning, I couldn't even pass a long ball because so much pressure on the groin and the pelvic. But then next training got better and better. And it actually amazes me how my body has adapted quite quick, but it took a lot of work. Obviously, it's challenging with the sleep. What was it, maybe 3-4 weeks ago? Where I just physically was like exhausted. I felt like my body was just like cracking because it was just like so much load and I was just been pushing it and telling myself I wasn't tired. And he had an extra period where he slept really bad. I remember coming back inside, just stretching. I just felt like I was just like cracking. I couldn't like do it anymore. And then someone comes to me like, Sarah, are you okay? Then I'm like, like all my emotion came out. And everybody's like, I know it's tough, you're doing amazing. And they were really supportive. And I know I need support in this environment. And to be playing as a top athlete on this level and being a mom to a 4-month-old kid, it's hard. But I've been feeling just stronger and more fit every day and more myself on the pitch. I remember sitting on the bench, we were playing against Dijon, and I was maybe hoping for 10 minutes, you know. And then the strength coach comes to me and says, get ready, you're going in. Oh, okay. 45 minutes. Okay, I was like, oh, am I ready for that? And then I just got into my little zone and I actually felt really good. I went with the national team for the first camp. It was probably in 1.5 years. Played 2 games against Belarus and Czech Republic. My body felt good. I felt energized. It's something I'm really proud of, you know, going through these emotions and this experience. Being back with the national team, getting good minutes with them and getting into the group again, it just felt quite natural. You know, I see the goal is close. I can see the US, yeah, for sure. Putting on the blue jersey would be a proud moment. I want to show people that I can do both.